Hello, my friends and fellow colleagues and gamers. I am back after a 4-week absence. I was legitimately sick for 4 weeks. It was something different every week. The first 2 weeks actually was the same thing. I was in a really bad lupus flare. And then the next week I was sick, like with a cold sick. And then the next week I had a UTI. So fun stuff. And insomnia all throughout that too. So, good times. But what I want to talk to you about today, since this is a real close-up thing, and I don't usually do that, but I think it's important that we take a moment to reflect on the previous 3 months that we have been in confinement, so to speak. Today was the day that Los Angeles opened bars and sit-down restaurants for service. And I think a lot of retail locations opened as well, hair salons and things like that. So we are opening up and trying to return to some form of normalcy. And I completely understand what that feels like, because right now I am just starting to get to my level of normalcy as far as how I'm feeling is concerned. I'm able to get up in the morning and actually work on things and get things done. I'm making more progress on my dissertation, which is fantastic. And things are really starting to come together. I remember in one of the first videos that I did, I talked about this year being 2020. And I talked about the significance of that year from a D&D perspective. In some D&D games, when you roll a natural 20, you need to roll another natural 20 to back it up to actually make it a critical success. And with the year being 2020, I like to look at this year as being a critical success. And I know right now we are 6 months into the year, and 3 of those months have been spent in isolation from our friends and our social networks and our jobs and all of those things because of the pandemic. And I know it feels even worse because then on top of having the pandemic, we started having the civil rights issues and the protests and demonstrations against police brutality. And it was like people almost forgot about the pandemic. But as the CDC said, racism kills more people than the coronavirus ever will. And that is 100% true. And we need to address the problems that are within our systems and look at how we can be more inclusive and how we can listen to those voices that have been silenced for so long, or at least diminished for so long. I mean, 400 years is a long time. And I want to talk about how we can emerge from our cocoons, essentially, and still make this year a critical success. Think about the time that you've spent being in confinement and the things that you may have learned. Maybe you picked up a new instrument. Maybe you picked up a new hobby. Maybe you picked up bread making. Maybe you picked up sourdough making. There's a lot of different things that we've probably done to pass our time. Maybe you've unlocked new levels in some games that you've been wanting to play. Everything that we've done during these past 3 months has helped us to become stronger, to build skills, to enable us to face hardships and come through them stronger and come through them successfully. I know things are difficult. I know things are hard. I know money is tight. I know there is a lot of pain and a lot of anxiousness and a lot of just stress in general. But I believe in you. And I believe in your abilities to come through all of this and still be the critical success that this year has promised us. I believe that the demonstrations and protests will make a positive change. I believe that the impact of having our entire economy basically reset is going to have a positive change. It may take a while for these changes to become evident, But I really think that this particular situation, this historical situation that we find ourselves in right now, has not only shaped the world as we know it and the world as we see it, but have shaped us to become better. We have evolved. We have emerged from whatever we used to be, and we have become better. And I truly believe that if we maintain that forward momentum, we can still be better and better and better. We can do it through virtual contact. We can do it through games. We can do it through a myriad of ways. The important thing is that we now, more than ever, join hands and band together and become stronger together, even if we are apart. Have a critical success, and we'll try to see you next week.